And so we didn't do number 2. Is that agreed? All right, so let's go ahead and grab number 2. And let's do that one. Oh, these are a little larger, so it's more annoying, but that's okay. And tomorrow, I'm not saying it's necessary for the points to be exact either. All right, so let's mark out 1218. I think that's it right there. And then 18.6. And then 11.12. I think that's it. All right, does everybody's look kind of something like that? And what did we say the centroid is again? What's the definition of centroid? The what? Yes, sir. Thank you. It's the 3 medians. All right, it's the 3 medians. Now I'm trying to go slow for you. All right, so it could be very easy. All right, we just need to come up with, bless you, we need to come up with 2 lines. All right, then I'm going to even let you use your calculator to find them. All right, and I promise you, it's really not that hard if you understand what each means. Centroid, all right, are the 3 medians. Medians are midpoints. So I need the midpoint of, and this is A right here. This is B right here. Is this, does everybody else looks like that?
Mine kind of looks white. Mine's white.
All right, well, I'll double check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Shh. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh yeah, 3, 12. You're right. See, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, I don't know why I put it there. Thank you very much. All right. So now let's fix that. Is that better now, guys?
Yeah.
All right. Thank you very much. All right. Much better. Okay, so now let's find the midpoint of AC. All right, so medians, midpoint. If you don't know the midpoint, you can't do the problem. Midpoint, middle. All right, so what's the midpoint of AC? Well, we can just take A and C. 12 and 3. What's 12 plus 3? 15 divided by 2. So 7.5 comma 18 plus 12 divided by 2. 15. 7.5 and 15. All right. So now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.5 and 15. That looks about right there. Do we agree? Now, if you mark that, now we can just grab from B over to here. Now, the important part is everyone in here should be able to write the equation of that line pretty good. All right, and just to review with you, your equation of the line, y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1. Is everybody good with that? All right. So do we have a point that we can use? Yes, we could use either one, 7.5, 15, or we could choose B, 18 and 6. All right, but the next important thing is we need the slope. Do we agree?
Yeah.
I need my slope. So I went from 15 down to 6. So that's what? -9. Does everybody agree with that? Over. Then I went from 7.5 to 18. What is that? 10.5. So there is my slope. All right. Now take your handy dandy calculator and do -9 divided by 10.5. Math, enter. And what fraction is that?
-6/7.
Anybody else have a problem with -6/7? The slope is -6/7. Is everybody agreeing with me? All right. So because the slope is 6/7, let's write the equation now. Say it again. Come on. Shh, no, who's asking a question? From 7.5 to 18 is 10.5. I just calculated the slope. Right? All right, so now my equation, y, let's use 18 and 6, minus 6 equals -6/7 times x minus 18. Is everybody good with that? All right, that should be a big deal for you. Now, I don't really feel like distributing the 6/7, but on my calculator, I would type it in as -6/7 x minus 18 plus 6. Everybody agree with that? Is everybody agreeing with that? Right, any problems? Okay. So now I just need to calculate one other line. All right, that wasn't that hard. So do you want to calculate the midpoint of AB or BC? All right, let's do BC. So I'm looking at my information. Look right up here. I'm just looking at B and C. What's 18 plus 3? 21 divided by 2. So that is going to be 10.5, comma, and then what? 6 plus 12 divided by 2. And I'm just telling you guys, if you're not doing it, it's going to be hard. Okay, that's why I'm asking you. I'm going slow. I'm asking you, you do it yourself. As soon as you take someone else's word for what the information is, you're lost. 10.5, comma 9. So here we go for 10.5s. Looks like this is it right there. Now let's draw the median. Now again, the median comes from the vertex. So there we have it. And just because we drew it so well, I can probably tell you this is the correct answer right here. Does everybody agree? All right. And that is going to be 10, 11, and then was the answer 11, 12? All right, that's just because we did a good job on our graph paper that we could see it's 11, 12. All right, but let's not worry about that. Let's write the equation. All right, so again, I'm going to write the equation of this right here. So I need the slope. So I'm going from 10.5, comma 9 to A, which is 12, comma 18. So I agree with that. So from 9 to 18, I went up how many? 9. And from 10.5 to 12 is what? 1.5. So tell me what 9 divided by 1.5 is. Everybody agree it's 6? Okay, so now let's write that equation. All right. Y minus 18 equals 6 times X minus 12. Everybody see that? Now we're going to write that equation as Y equals 6 parentheses X minus 12 plus 18. And that would go under now Y2. Does everybody agree with that?
Yeah.
Okay, so now everybody type it in under Y1. Negative 6/7 parentheses X minus 18 plus 6. Then under Y2, 6 parentheses X minus 12 plus 18. Graph it. Now, do you agree the window's not big enough? Do we agree? So go to your window, and our X min and X max. All right. We need to convert our X min to like 20 and our Y max to 20. We don't care about the negatives. There's no negatives in here. So you can leave it as negative 10 if you want. But I would just change the X max to 20 and the Y max to 20. And now graph the lines. Make sure you can graph the lines. And then you want to see the point of intersection. So remember, on your calculator, to find the point of intersection, you can go second calc. And then it says intersection. Then you just hit enter, enter, enter. Did you get it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's nice, isn't it? Once you get it, I mean, that's why I keep saying it just takes a little practice. All right, go. I'm listening.
I got one, right, but I was making the other like just a line.
That means you probably forgot the X or something. You didn't type it in correctly, I promise. Y equals, what are the two lines? 6 times X minus 12 plus 18 and negative 6/7 X minus 18 plus 6. Window. X min negative 10 to 30. Well, I don't know why you made that 30. I would make
I
it.
thought it said the same thing when it was 20, so I thought maybe it still was big. Yes.
That I think is a negative, not a minus. Oops, we typed it in correctly.
I thought it looked correct.
Did you get it? Yeah. Anybody having trouble with that now? Okay, that's the first one done. All right. Anybody have any questions?
How do we find the intersection after?
Okay, so now let's go back now. We did the circumcenter. All right, which did we do number 3 yet? Oh, that one's really obnoxious. I don't really care about number 3 for the circumcenter. Look how big those numbers are. 125. I didn't realize it. Did we do number? So let's do number 2. All right, let's do number 2 now. All right.
Is there a way we can use a calculator for the circumcenter? So
It probably is, just look for them.
Well, all the information is available online.
But you're our teacher.
I'm just saying, if you think there's a shortcut, you should look it up.
There is a shortcut for the mid center or whatever it's called.
Yeah, the mid center. You
centroid.
go ahead and call it the mid center.
For the centroid, but you're not even letting us use it.
I didn't say you couldn't use it. You can use it to
You
check
said
your
we
work.
have to do the other thing.
All right, so here we go. -2, 0. Thank you. 2, 8. 7, 3. All right, double check, see if we're good here. All right, now the This is circumcenter, right? Is that what it said? So the circumcenter is the three perpendicular bisectors. The three perpendicular bisectors. Now, all right, bisect means cuts it in half. So we need to do the, no, we need to do the what? Midpoint. All right, we need to do the midpoint. So if this is J, this is K, and this is L, let's go ahead and find the midpoint of JL. Let's do JL first. So JL, if I find the midpoint, 2.5 and what? Right, so let's go 2.5, 1.5. There we have it. All right, so that is the bisect part of it. That's the bisect. Now I need to do the what? The perpendicular part of it. So now I need the slope of JL. I need the slope of JL. And someone tell me what the slope of JL is. Somebody said 1/3. You may agree with that. The slope of JL is 1/3. Slope formula, y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1.
They don't want it 3 minus 3 on the top.
Yes, brilliant. 3 minus 0, 3. 7 minus -2 is 9. 3/9, 1/3. There you go. That's what I'm saying. Do your work. Do your work, and then you can see it. All right. Do the slope formula, and you'll see it. All right. That's what everyone else is doing. All right. Now, from that point, all right, we need the perpendicular. So the slope of the perpendicular would be what? -3. And if you want to say -3/1, I'm okay with that. All right, so now do your best to go down 3 and over 1. If you want, you can go up 3 and left 1 also. And then try to draw that line. That's what I'm looking like. That's the perpendicular bisector. Now we need the equation of that line. So notice that the equation of that line passes through this point right here, which was the midpoint. What did we say the midpoint was? I should have written it down. 2.5, 1.5. All right. Now we know the equation of that line. Come on now, stay with me. That's how easy this is. The equation of that line is now what? Y minus 1.5 equals. Yes, very good. All right. And now because I don't care, I'm just going to go ahead and solve it for y and make it -3 parentheses x minus 2.5 plus 1.5. There's our first equation. We're almost done. Now, do we want to do KL or JK? All right, let's look at JK since someone said JK. So first thing I need is the midpoint. We're taking care of the bisect. So I need the midpoint of JK. So JK midpoint is, what is it? 0,4. That's really nice because that happens to be the y-intercept. So now I need the slope of JK. Somebody help me with the slope of JK.
2.
Anybody agree it's 2? Right? So now the slope of the perpendicular would be what? Yeah, guys, come on. I'm telling you, I don't think this is that hard. -1/2. All right. So from that point, just a minute, I'll go down 1 to the right 2. It looks like I found it. Right, so from here to here, that looks like the perpendicular bisector. And this looks like it right here. Do we agree? Which was 2, 1, 2. What did they say the answer was? And there we have it, 2, 3, just because we did a good job with our graph. So now what's the equation of that blue line now? Wait. I want it. Oh, write it as the equation. Now, is everybody understanding me? This is the y-intercept. Do we agree? So I can just write it real quick as y equals -1/2 x plus 4. I don't have to do the point slope form because that's the y-intercept and I know the slope, so I can choose the slope-intercept form. So these are my two equations. Now I type both those equations in on my calculator and calculate the point of intersection. Yes, ma'am. What now?
Why do we need to find, so we've already found the perpendicular bifactors, so why do we need to find out the slopes?
So I have to create the perpendicular line.
But we already did. We drew both.
I don't know what you mean. I have no idea.
You said you had to create a perpendicular line, and there's a red line and a blue line on the triangle that are already perpendicular to, one's perpendicular to JL and one's perpendicular to JK.
Right. That's what I needed to do.
Yeah, good job. But I don't know why we need to find the equation of the line, because we've already drawn the line.
Because I'm not trusting the fact that on your test or your quiz tomorrow, it'll be so obvious. Right?
It's 2, 3.
Nice. 2, 3. All right, so hopefully that makes sense. Anybody have an issue? All right, now let's go to the next one. All right, now we'll do the orthocenter. Now, the orthocenter, let's do the difficult one, number 3. We already did that one. All right, so let's do number 2. Number 2. All right. Here we go.
Did you just say Joe?
All right, so -1, 5. 7, 2. -1. This one's too easy. Okay, so the reason why I said this one is easier is because, well, they're all straight, but all right. So the reason why I say this one is easier is because there is a vertical line. All right. So everybody should be able to say, okay, this guy right here, without much thought, you should be able to say that that is the first altitude. Because in order to be perpendicular to a vertical, you must be horizontal. So there is our first equation right off the bat. And the equation of that line is just y equals what? Y equals 2. That's why this one's really easy. All right. So now it's just a matter of you figuring out, do you want to do the altitude to PQ or to RQ? It's the height. Which one? RQ? All right, so let's figure out what RQ is. Now, the only thing you have to do here, because it doesn't have to go through the midpoint or anything special, is you just have to tell me what the slope of RQ is. Slope of RQ is equal to what? Anybody else get RQ is 3/4? Everybody get 3/4? All right, so the slope is 3/4. So now I need the slope of the perpendicular, which would be what? All right, now the thing that throws kids off sometimes is what point is that going through? That's correct. It's going through point P. That's the important thing. All right, so P is what? -1,5. All right. So from P, if we go down 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we go to the right, 1, 2, how many are we supposed to go? 3. That looks like that line right there. Two, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so now write the equation of that line. The equation of that line is
-4 thirds times x plus 1.
exactly. And now you can just type in on your calculator y equals -4 thirds x plus 1 plus 5, and y equals, what was the y equals 2? And find where those points intersect. And what is the intersection point? There you have it. All right, hopefully you feel better about it.
1.25. I still just am gonna have trouble finding them.
I believe
They
you.
all look like we're doing about the same thing.
Well, I don't mind. What did you get? What's the slope of PQ? Two minus 5. Yeah, so the slope of the perpendicular would be 8/3, right? All right. Okay, anybody have any questions besides the person in the back?
How do we tell the difference between all three of them? Like, is there like?
Yeah, the directions. All right, the directions.
Could you elaborate? Wait, explanation.